up for grabs now. Thomas, right at the end.
It's coming out by Steve Ball. Would you believe it? Welter! Patrick Vieira is in for Arsenal and sweeps it home. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. He stripped it away from Carr. Henry!
Good morning, everyone. And yes, on a great morning for all Arsenal fans, not so much for our Tottenham fans in the chat, I'm afraid. But, you know, I think on the day, the right result. And anyway, let's invite our guest this morning. And it's the normal on a Monday morning. Hello, Lee.
Oh, dear. North London's red, baby.
London is red, and
it will always be red. It will always be red. Shame we didn't move up the table or anything, but at least we beat them. That's the main thing. And we predicted it. You had a funny feeling.
And no, I actually predicted 2-1. I said 2-1 because it didn't always end up 2-1, didn't it? How many games?
I did 2-1 as well.
And how many games Arsenal win 2-1 or Spurs win 2-1 in North London Derby? So many times.
Let me close this blind a minute, mate. Hang on. There we go. Sorry, the sun was coming through into my eyes.
No, it's all right.
But yeah,
and how many times you've come back from 1-0 down as well? So it's so many times, and I wish I'd have had a bet on it because I had a bet on the team to win, but I wish I'd had the correct score betting as well because I would have cleaned up even more. So, but yeah, I just. On the day, Arsenal wanted it more than Tottenham for me. Arsenal wanted it more than Tottenham. They were just, their players just didn't turn up on the day. And well done to Arsenal. What's your feelings on the game,
Lee? Pretty much the same. I predicted 2-1 as well. You know, Mr. Negative over here predicting us to win a game of football against Tottenham, Claude. How dare I? Nobody clipped that, though, did they? Exactly. Nobody clipped that, so that's why I clip them myself these days. And when it went 1-0, I was going mad. I was like, I knew they'd score with their first chance. I said it to Chig on the watch along. I said, you know, they're gonna score with their first shot. But what a goal! Unbelievable finish, man. I've never seen anyone score a goal, a Rabona goal, that fluid ever. The way he done it was just unbelievable. Like it was just like that was the only way they were going to score, wasn't it? Let's be real. It had to take something magical to score. Leno was a bystander, had nothing to do all game, and I'm glad we got back in it as quick as we did because I think if we got in at half time 1-0 down, it might have been a different game. But yeah, man, just I've seen people debating over the penalty. Was it a penalty? Jermaine Jenas is in tears. Yeah, it's definitely a penalty. People can argue all they like. It's a penalty. And the reason it's a penalty is regardless of whether he miskicks the ball, he's took him out once the ball's gone. So imagine if he hadn't have miskicked it, the ball still would have been gone and he still would have took him out. So nailed on penalty, not even a debate. And big up to Jem. How you doing, bruv? And yeah, man, all in all, it worked out great, didn't it? Lamella went from hero to zero. And they actually got better with 10 men. They were a lot better, weren't they? And the last 15, 20 minutes, I felt if anyone was going to score in that 15, 20 minutes, it would have been them. But we hung on in the end.
Oh, they nearly did, didn't they? They nearly pulled it off. They nearly pulled it off
the line, didn't it?
One to hit the post, didn't he, as well? Didn't he hit the post or something? And yeah, they nearly pulled it off. But what about this is now causing a lot of things this morning on social media, the penalty incident. You know what? I've watched it again. And I'm thinking to myself, I thought it was a definite penalty. And I still think it is. But when you think about it, it's definitely not a red card because he's the ball's already gone, isn't it? And he's miskicked it before the tackle was made, isn't he? So he's miskicked it before the tackle was made. So you can't give a red card for that. That is a right decision. But the only thing with that penalty though is he's already miskicked it, and the ball's gone. So is it really a penalty? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. If that's outside the box, how many times you get? Oh, but he done him on the follow through. Jermaine Jenas is just crying like a bitch. And they go, no, it's not a penalty.
No, even Arsenal. I mean, Keown and
Lundberg said it weren't a penalty either. I mean, what planet is he living on?
Martin Keown, and I mean, it's. I think under the old rules that isn't a penalty. Maybe under the old rules.
Did he get the ball? No. Did he take the man? Yes. Where was he out of control? Yes. Was his feet up in the air? His studs up in the air? Yes. Did he clatter into Lacazette? Yes. I don't see how anyone can say that's not a penalty.
What their argument is that that motion did not actually stop Lacazette from scoring because he miskicked it already, didn't he?
Okay, no, I get that, but if that's outside the box or Lacazette's not even got the ball near him and he just come rushing up to him and done that to him when there's no ball near him, it's a foul, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether the ball's in play, out of play, in his vicinity or not.
I understand it, and I say it was a penalty. I don't think it was a red because it has to be.
Yeah, he did try to attempt to make a challenge for the ball, so that ain't a red, is it?
And not only that, is also it was after he miskicked it anyway, so it's not really a goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah, but this is where I don't get how anyone's saying that's not a penalty, because regardless of whether he's miskicked the ball, if he hadn't have miskicked the ball and he'd hit it sweet as a nut, it is still going to take him out. So it's irrelevant whether he's miscued it. He's come in late off the ground and took him out. Whether his foot's gone into him, why is his foot up here when he's already kicked the ball? Like, he was so late, it was unbelievable. It's a penalty. Unbelievable. I can't believe people are saying that ain't a penalty. If that's anywhere else on the pitch, it's a foul. Why? Why Jermaine Jenas
I agree.
And Lundberg saying it ain't a penalty?
I'm just putting their point, what they said, and it made me a little bit think, but I agree with you.
He didn't get the ball. He was late. His feet were off the ground. He's out of control.
It's not a red card, is it? It's not a red card, though, is it?
I don't see how anyone can say that ain't a penalty. Thank you.
But it isn't a red card.
Big up the wifey with the table service.
Hello, darling. How are you?
She's gone, mate. But I don't understand how anyone's saying it's not a penalty. I see people in the chat saying it's not a pen. How? He's took him out.
I get that, but that did make me think a bit when I watched it again last night. It made me think, but yeah, you're right. I think it is a penalty, but definitely not a red card. I mean,
there's a good comment in there from Ben. He says a penalty was given for Xhaka on Son a couple of seasons back. It was the exact same thing. Son was never going to score, and Xhaka came in late. Exactly. Yeah. I remember that one. He went to ground and slid in. Yeah, and that was after the ball had already gone as well. So what's the difference? Was Jermaine Jenas crying like a bitch on that one?
Yeah, these decisions go for you, but maybe that's why it went to VAR, because of that doubt. Maybe that's why people are doubting, because it went to VAR. Because, to be honest with you, I didn't understand at the time why it went to even VAR.
I don't get it either.
But my views on VAR, well, I'd have it scrapped tomorrow morning, but I hate the whole aspect of it. It's just ridiculous. Some of the things I've seen over the weekend with this so in all, I've got to say, I'm watching the game. I think I just feel that at the end, I don't think Tottenham wanted it as much as Arsenal. I think Arsenal really wanted it more, which is quite surprising considering that Tottenham had really more to play for in the game, Lee. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they could have pushed up to towards top four, couldn't they?
Yeah.
I was shocked, but listen, we played great, and maybe they were took back by that, because maybe they just thought they could sit back and just ping us on a break. They didn't really do that at all, did they? Not once did they get a proper counter attack going.
Yeah. Jem's having a real go at Spurs this morning. He's having a real go at Jem. Jem is having a real go this morning. What's he saying? Where is it? Where's he gone? He's saying that Harry Kane should leave the football club. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah. Arsenal deserved to win. Spurs showed nothing. Anyway, Harry Kane was so quiet. If the man wants to win trophy, he needs to leave the dead club.
Do you know what? He was very quiet, but he still scored, and it was disallowed, and he still hit the post. And that just shows how good he is. He did fuck all, and he could have scored twice.
I don't think he was 100% fit, to be honest with you. I think he was still carrying that knock from the other night. I don't know, but I don't. But Graham Roberts made a big point about their players. He said it seems that they don't understand the value of the North London derby, and I found that with their players, they didn't seem to be interested, did they? But then again, that's taken away from Arsenal as well. I mean, I thought Arsenal played really well. I think that's taken a lot away from Arsenal's performance. But I don't know.
He's got a point though. I'm just having a look at their lineup again. Yeah, they've got literally one Englishman in their starting 11.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's probably why they don't get it. Yeah, because if you're Reguilon, you're Spanish, you've just come to the Premier League, you don't get what that fixture means. Yeah, and then you're playing in it with I don't know, Højbjerg, who's never played in one before. Doherty, who's never played in one before. There's 3 straight away that I can think of in that team. There's 3 straight away that have never played in that fixture before in their starting 11.
The only thing I say Odegaard had a really brilliant game yesterday, but warning to Arsenal fans here. This is a warning to Arsenal fan who said, sign him up now, yeah. Warning, remember Danny Ceballos. So that's all I'm going to say on that subject.
Yep.
Be careful, because very good. He played very well yesterday, played brilliantly yesterday, but I like to see him do that over 15, 20 games before I start getting the checkbook out and paying a lot of money for him. So
he ain't worth 80 million quid, which is what they want. He ain't worth 80 million quid. No chance.
That's what they want.
What they want. Yeah. No 80 million. They can stick their 80 million. If we're spending out 80 million pounds, go and buy Grealish.
Can you imagine you pay 80 million and then he turns out to be
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to do 80 million, go and do the signed, sealed, delivered, finished article at Aston Villa. Like, he's a good player, and don't get it twisted. He's played very well since he's come to the club, but he's going back to Madrid.
I like to see it's a top 6 away from home. Like Ozil done it at home in home games against the top sides, but when it came to away games away from home, it was a different ball game. And to pay 80 million for him is too much. You say 35, 30 million maybe, but 80 million, come on. Is that true then?
He's got a 300 million pound buyout clause.
Huh?
300 million pound buyout clause. That's how much it is. Yeah, but they're saying they'd take about 75, 80 for him. He ain't worth that. He ain't worth half of that. What's he done to warrant being that?
You know what? It's
kind of fee. No, he's a good player, but what's he done?
How does he get a buyout clause when he's not even? He's been loaned all over the place.
In the Spanish league, you have to have a buyout clause.
No, but I'm saying, how does he get that high a buyout when they've loaned him out to so many bloody clubs as well? If he's that bloody good if he's that good for free, why isn't he not playing there for them regularly then?
Exactly. Well, this is what I said when we signed him, and everyone said I was negative. At the end of the day, he's done all right since he's been here. He's not exactly set the league.
He's done really well.
He's been pretty good, but he's going to be here for what, another few more games, and he's going back to Madrid. So let's not get all too gassed over him, because we ain't signing him because he ain't worth 75, 80 million quid, and we ain't going to do that on him anyway.
I can't. Can you see Arsenal paying that out?
No way.
They paid out 70 million for Pepe, didn't they? So.
Yeah, but that was Raul and his dodgy dealings. That was his dodgy deals.
Also coming on to, I don't want to be negative on a morning like this, because going on to the Aubameyang situation yesterday. Do you feel he should have gone public with that, Lee, or do you think he should have just kept that in house?
Probably best off keeping it in house, but it can go one or two ways. He can because listen, he's now done that to the club captain, probably the most liked footballer at the football club by his teammates and the fans, and a very easy way to lose a dressing room, isn't it? Because Aubameyang looked pissed off yesterday, sitting on the fucking bench, didn't he? Every time they zoomed in on him, he was fuming. So, very easy way to lose the dressing room because all he's got to do is just get a few players on side, down tools, and they're fucked. But it could work the other way. It could work the way of where he rolls his sleeves up and starts doing as he's told. Because you can't turn up late for the coach, mate. That's a joke. Yeah, you're the captain of this club, and you can't be turning up late for a coach. So, if that is what's happened and that's why he's dropped him, then quality, well done for dropping him. But I don't think he should have been telling everyone that, really.
No, I had this argument yesterday, and they said, "Oh, well, what's wrong with him? He's showing, show your authority, but you don't have to broadcast it to work because that sends the wrong message to the other players, doesn't it? Because hold on, we don't want our business thrown out in the public. You know what I'm saying? Do your discipline, get on with it, and then because what happens now, I mean, like yesterday, he didn't even celebrate with the team. He's walked off apparently and just drove off in his car, not even waiting apparently, and just gone. And that's because I think that is because he went public with it. I think he wouldn't have got. I think that's why he got annoyed. I think he should have just kept that between. He could have easily said, "Look, I'm rotating my team." He's not got to explain why he's
no Aubameyang in the starting lineup today because we've got Europa League and we've got a load of other games coming up.
Yeah, Lacazette's got as much right to be in that front line as Aubameyang. So there's no worries about it. And so you could, as you say, you could say, look, we've got 3 games and I'm rotating the squad, and that's it, simple. But obviously, I just feel that was a bit of a black mark against him on a day when he got the better of Jose. Let's get this right. Jose's tactically, got it completely wrong for me. He set out his team the way he did. I don't think it was right. I think when you've got that sort of talent up front, you should be using them, a bit more. So. I think he made a massive mistake by playing Doherty. I think Doherty is an awful player, as expressions would say.
We absolutely ruined him yesterday.
I was watching that last night. I was watching the replay of that last night. He is so funny. He is funny. He is one funny guy.
Jokes, isn't he? He's proper jokes, man.
I tried to message him last night, but he wouldn't answer. He ain't going to
answer. There ain't no way he's replying. I said,
I told you last week that Davison is a liability. I told you last week. He said he wouldn't respond. But all joking aside, we went on a couple of Tottenham podcasts yesterday, and they were, very, very humble and very good about it. They accepted that they just didn't turn up on a day, and they're furious about the way their team performed on a day. But take no credit away from Arsenal. I thought Arsenal played really well. But the thing is, and I said it this morning. Now we've got to show that consistency, Lee, until the end of the season, because it's no good now doing this and coming up now, winning these games, and then going next week to West Ham. And getting nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's your league position is where you are.
Yep.
It's all very well winning these lovely games. All these games and saying North London is red, but I even said, and this is how far our standards have dropped this morning. I saw a tweet this morning from a well-known Arsenal fan going on about St. Tottering's Day. Are we now? No. Are we now? Is this where our club is now?
Yeah, unfortunately, Claude, that is where our club is. Finishing above, infested with losers.
Finishing above Tottenham is a great achievement. Come on, let's.
Apparently so.
Do you know what I'm saying? Some
No,
tottering.
but it's all about getting as many likes as you can and as many retweets as you can, and like it's just the club's gone, the fan base has gone.
It's gone.
It's just
It's
pathetic.
it's gone from challenging for titles to challenging for top 4 now, for challenging for top 6 now to St Tottering's Day. Where is this fan base going, man? I don't understand it.
Yeah, Claude, it's all about being being nice and being kind and taking the piss out of every other team, no matter how shit we are. And like, this is the thing. Can you imagine if we finished bottom of the league and they finished they finished bottom and we finished 19th? Our fans would probably still have a laugh at them. Nah, you got relegated, but we got relegated, but we finished above you. Like, it's fucking embarrassing, mate. Absolutely embarrassing. The fact and reality is we're 10th in the league because we ain't good enough under this manager. And finishing above that lot or not, I genuinely couldn't give 2 flying fucks unless it's finishing first.
And by the way, a few let me point this out in the chat about a few idiots in the studio regarding the Son injury. A few idiots in the studio does not reflect the whole of the Arsenal fan base, by the way. Let me put that straight as well, because I'm not having that. That doesn't mean every Arsenal fan should be associated with that. What happened there yesterday? Well, let me put that right. That was a big loss to them. But having said that, the man that took his place came on and scored a goal, innit? I mean, what a goal that was! What a goal that was! By the way, they might have lost the North London derby. But probably get goal of the season this season. That's for sure.
Let's be real here, right? What you just said about finishing above them, yeah. Let's not forget they're still in a cup final. Yeah, they're probably not going to win it, but they're still in a cup final, and they're going to progress into the next round of the Europa League, and they've probably got more chance of winning it than us because they've got a manager who's won it before. Do you know what I mean? He's actually won Champions League as well, isn't he? So I wouldn't put it past them winning something this season, and I couldn't give a shit if we finish above them or not, Claude, if I'm honest, because what we're going to do, finish above them in 8th, or 9th, or 6th, or 7th. What's the fucking point?
Exactly.
I mean, what's the point? Yeah, I just find it embarrassing at times how we go on as a fan base. But do you know what? That's why I just say what I do, and I put my opinions out there, which tends to piss off most of these little snowflakes that sit on these social media platforms, because I've said it before. It's no coincidence that the majority of these ones that are sat on social media have never seen us win a Premier League title, because they came along in the Wenger days because we were the best team. Yeah, and that's how most fan bases work. Your fan base grows based on winning. And the amount of people that jumped on us because we were the best team at the time, we were winning doubles and stuff like that. But then there's a lot of people that are in their 20s that have never seen us win a title, Claude. Yeah, so it's no coincidence that they accept bullshit and mediocrity. And, oh, look, we finish above Spurs. Man. What a load of shit. Who cares? Yeah, it's no coincidence that happens, because I'd say the majority of our online fan base is probably an average age of about 23. Like, do you know what I mean? And they were 6 if they've ever seen us win a fucking title. So, you know, when you've got the manager back then coming out telling them that 4th is a trophy, like, sorry,
it's not funny. If you're going to be really go on about it as well. Man United beat Man City last week, but I'm sure Manchester will be blue this season, won't it? So
yeah, that's the thing. Like, the thing is, with a derby game, like, it don't matter where you are in the league. You just want to beat them. Yeah. Yeah, and it's great, and we beat them, and I was buzzing yesterday. You see that with the fan cams and that. I was loving life, and telling Jose to fuck himself and all that. But ultimately, when you get to the next day, you're smiling, you're still happy. You're like, yeah, F Tottenham. But if they end up finishing above us or winning a trophy, well, like, was it really all fucking worth it? Do you know what I mean? What's it counted for? Yeah, great, we've beaten them, fantastic. I always want to beat them, but like, I just think, like, same with Man United. When Man United beat Man City the other day, their fans were loving life for a couple of days, but then the reality is City are going to piss the title. So was it really all worth it? You know, but this is the thing. There's the way social media works these days. It's all about being the biggest super fan of your club, isn't it? Like, and getting the most likes and traction, and saying all the right things and taking the piss out of everyone, even if your club's shit, because it's called banter. Apparently, well, our club is banter. Yeah, maybe we should put our energy into fixing it. But what do I know? I'm negative. I'm negative for not wanting 10th. Apparently, the Rats are back in their river today. Yeah, well, I'm still here, mate. Arteta out, win, lose or draw. Couldn't care less. He could win the Europa League. I still want him gone. There you go. How's that for Rats?
You mean that, don't you? Though to win the Europa League.
Why would I lie about it?
No. But I'm just saying. To be honest with you, I always judge a team. This is another thing I had with it. We was on the Tottenham podcast yesterday because they invited us on to review the game, and I said to them, people going, "Oh well," I said, "One day Ramos won FA Cup, right? And not FA Cup. Was it the League Cup he won? He won a trophy. He won a trophy. Who's done more? With Pochettino's won no trophy. Who's done more for the progress of the football club? In your
opinion? There's a comment in there. Let me read this comment out quickly, Claude. There's a guy saying, "What a clown! Arteta to win the Europa and you want him out." Yeah, because working on that basis, Di Matteo should be in a job still. Then, yeah. Like, he won the Champions League, mate, in 26 matches and the FA Cup within 26 matches. And this is why I get the ump with people, because just because you've won a trophy doesn't mean you're a fucking great manager. Like, if that's the case, Di Matteo is the greatest of all time. But guess what? Chelsea realised very quickly, yeah, you got us to Champions League, you got us the FA Cup in 26 games. Well done, pat on the back. You all get a fucking medal. You'll get a big bonus. 26 games later, you're sacked. Because for the long term of the football club, he weren't the man. Just because this guy's won an FA Cup don't mean he's any fucking good. And we're 10th. And why are we 10th? Not because of VAR, because it's cost us 5 points this season. So we'd be 9th with VAR results. And for me, I said it from before he got the job. I'm saying it now. He ain't good enough. And he's cost us more points than VAR have. So I don't really get it. I don't get how people seem to think like that a trophy as a manager, can keep you in a job for another 4 years. Like, trust the process and all that. Well, okay, why weren't we trusting the process with the players then? Because the players were put on 4, 5, 6 year contracts, some of them, 3, 4, 5 year contracts. Why don't you trust the process with Pepe?
I've got super
trust the process with Pepe. He's on a 5-year deal, so we've got to wait 5 years for him to come good, right? Same shit, innit? Why is everyone getting on Pepe's case? Oh, Pepe don't do it. Oh, Pepe don't do it. Oh, Pepe's this. Oh, Pepe's that. No, you wait till the 5th year for him to come good, because that's how it works, right? Hypocrites, a lot of them. Yeah, the manager ain't good enough. We're 10th because of that. People can sit and blame the players all they like. I see people yesterday saying Arteta's a genius. He's a genius. What, because we're 10th? But if we had lost, it would have been, the players. Oh, it's a disgrace. Stan, Kroenke, Stan. Like, it's just the same boring shit. Yeah, at the end of the day, people can bang on about VAR and referees all they like. Yeah, that is not the reason we're 10th. It's down to the manager. And the manager picking some of these players that ain't good enough. And they're, ironically, the ones he's wanted to keep.
Super chat in here. Sorry, but I know we're 10th and that is not acceptable. But I can see improvement, and we need to give Arteta at least another season. Surely you can see that, he's saying.
Why didn't you list the improvement, mate? List the improvements, because all I can see is that we've got the same amount of losses as Brighton. We've conceded 4 goals less than Fulham, and they're in the bottom 3. But he's fixed the defence. Well, who cares? We're 10th. We've conceded 4 goals less than Fulham, mate. I don't get it. I genuinely do not understand what people bang on all they like about is fix the defence. We've conceded 4 more than Fulham. So maybe we should get Scott Parker in then. Like, if Scott Parker's conceded 4 goals less with that fucking team, yeah, maybe we should get Scott Parker in, because he'd have us unbeaten. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we're conceding maybe 0.2 goals less a game than we did under Emery. It's ridiculous. We're tracking this season on goals scored. I think we're tracking about a third of the goals we scored in that full season under the previous manager. Yeah, and we're going to concede 3/4 of the goals. So what's the improvement? If you look at points per game, from when he got sacked last season to this season, the points per game is exactly the same. So where's the improvement? I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. I think like Martinelli's, I don't know what he's done with Martinelli, totally fucked him off. Eddie and Nketiah, we rejected 20 million quid, never seen him in the team since. Maitland-Niles, rejected 20 million quid, didn't see him again. Now he's out on loan. You know, Saliba's been binned. Guendouzi's been binned. Like, what's his problem with the youngsters? Joe Willock's been binned. And like, I just don't understand what anyone sees. I don't know what you're seeing. It's all hearsay. It's because Pep said he's going to be good. I don't get it. I do not get it, mate.
Yeah. Anyone in the chat? Because a lot of people saying that in the chat talking about the Oldenburg. What's he called? Odegaard's worth 80 million. Anyone else in the chat think he's worth 80 million?
Yeah, the guy who said about if he wins Europa, said Di Matteo came in halfway through the season and won the Champions League, a cup run. It can happen. He wasn't a permanent manager. You've just closed yourself, mate. You've just closed yourself. I'll read it again. Di Matteo came in halfway through a season. Yeah. Halfway through a season and won the Champions League. In brackets, a cup run. It can happen. He wasn't a permanent manager. Arteta came in halfway through a season and won the FA Cup, a cup run, and isn't a permanent manager, mate. Thank you very much and good night. Mic drop. It's mad.
What about this question?
We ain't going to be challenging for a title with this manager. I keep telling people, man, you can lie to yourselves all you like. You can pretend he's going to be great. The reality is he isn't. He's not. He's made enough dodgy decisions at this football club already in the time that he's been here for everyone to wake up and stop lying to themselves. Because I'll tell you what, the majority of these people that put comments in like that probably say to their mates in text messages, it's fucking shit. Yeah, but they lie through their fucking teeth online. Yeah, hundreds of thousands of people are doing that. Yeah, at the end of the day, he ain't good enough. And people will see it, but they want this fetish of thinking that he's going to be good because it's Mikel Arteta. Like, no, come on. Like, it just ain't the one, is it? Like, we're 10th because of him.
I just think also his man management is in question as well. His man management skills are in question for me. The way he handled the situation yesterday, the way he's handled the Saliba situation, the way he's handled a lot of things. Martinelli as well. I don't know what's going on there. Guendouzi as well. You know, these things have got to be got to ask about. What's another super? I didn't see these super. Oh, what, Steve? Oh, big up facts and reason. Did you big up facts and reason? Yeah, he's having a go. I see. I think, but he's put a super chat in there to have a go.
No, it's not. He's saying big up to both of us.
Did you see Janison, man, looking up brains arguing on much of the day last night? Oh yeah,
Janice was crying like a bitch, literally crying like a bitch.
He's the one that said that Chelsea didn't deserve to win in the cup once against Spurs, wasn't it? When they, I think they beat them 4-2, and he said the Spurs were the better team. I think didn't he say that something on Match of the Day once? Was it on a live game? It was a cup game, weren't it? At Wembley, weren't it? Yeah.
Do you know what? this into your nan, bruv. You're a fucking knob. That's why you're blocked on my channel, because you were an absolute wrong'un.
Who's this?
I'm going to block him on your channel. Fuck him. I'm going to block him.
Who is it?
You just want to be proven right. Shock him for a 40-year-old man, bruv. Fuck off and go and watch DT or someone who's ultra positive then, mate. Like, end of the day, you are a dick. Literally, you are a dick.
What is it? This kid?
Right now. I'm going to block him. Don't worry, Claude. I'm blocking him. All he's doing is just spamming your comment section with absolute bollocks. So unlucky, mate. You've had your 30 seconds of fame. Now fuck off. Ta-ta. the end of the day, I find it hilarious, right? And the thing is, I don't want to be proven right at all. But guess what? This manager is proving me right, isn't he? Yeah, I told you all they'd be shit, and we're 10th. When apparently we were going to be challenging for top 4 this season. Well, that's gone really well, isn't it? Literally, that's gone really well, that. Really well.
I've got to say, the pundits now on TV are really shocking, to be honest with you. There's only a few left. Souness, Kane, Roy Keane. There's very, very few left, I'm afraid. Good pundits.
Mate, most of them are dog shit. The only ones I listen to are Graham Souness and Roy Keane. The rest are fucking shit.
Yeah.
Literally, the rest are shit.
Gary Neville. I can listen to Gary Neville. Hated him as a player, but I can listen to him.
Gary Neville's all right, but Gary Neville, I don't know. Sometimes Gary Neville's all right, but then other times I sit there and think, you're deluded as fuck, mate. But this is the thing. This is why I like listening to people like Souness and Keane. Ultimate fucking proven winners. I don't want to listen to Jermaine Jenas, who's won nothing in his career. Yeah, I want to listen to proper people talking football. Yeah, and this is why I tend not to watch most of these pundits, because they don't say it as it is. That's why if I want to listen to a Man United fan, Man United like shit, I'll go and listen to rants, because I know he's going to say it as it is. Yeah, none of this fucking kissing his mate's ass on TV and fucking bigging up his mate Ollie and none of that. If I want to listen to fucking like somebody talking about the club, I'd rather listen to a football fan than most of these pundits, because they're just bigging up their mate who's in a job, or they're trying to get a job at the football club by kissing arse of the football club. Yeah, and the thing is, people can bang on about this football club as much as they want. Yeah, nobody, literally nobody, and we've got George Graham coming out now. Fucking unbelievable. I don't know what this manager's got hold over these people. It's mad. George Graham come out the other day and said he can see what Arteta's doing. It's a massive improvement. Well, we're fucking 10th. Like, what are you seeing? You won everything, mate. Yeah, I don't get it. Cool, I don't get it. At the start of the season, do you remember when we beat Fulham?
Well,
everyone was going, we're going to get top 4.
There might be a little improvement. To say there's a massive one is a bit. That is.
Well, there's no improvement. We're 10th.
Yeah.
In the least.
I've got to say,
in the least competitive.
The one thing I will say, all right, Leah, you said there's no improvement. I to a certain extent, what I will say, we are harder to break down at the back, aren't we? We are harder than
That's
we
because
were.
we don't attack.
Because we were about 5 or 6 months.
We don't attack.
Yeah.
People, this is what I don't get, right? In Emery's first full season, I don't want to keep harping on about him, but why are we going to compare this manager to Wenger, who was here 2 decades? So, man said I'm too negative. We'll go and watch somebody else then, mate. Like, what do you mean too negative? You fucking snowflake. Stop crying. Yeah, this is what's wrong with our fans, you know. They are absolute melts, which is why we're 10th. Yeah, put some fucking pressure on this club and we might do a bit better instead of accepting it. Yeah, and this is the thing, right? If you look at the season that Emery had, we scored 73 league goals that season. 73. How many we scored this season? Currently, we're on 37. So if you double that, that's 74.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got 10 games left to score 37 goals to get to the same level of goals. Now, if you look how many goals we conceded, it was 51. Well, we conceded 29 with 10 games to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's only what? 22 goals in 10 games. Right. So let's say we concede, I don't know, let's say we concede 12 goals. Well, we're only 10 goals better off then, aren't we? Defensively over 38 games. How's he fixed the fucking defense? Because this is the same manager, Emery, who, oh my God, it's embarrassing. 20 shots against Watford. Oh, I can't believe it. We can see, we're so wide open. Well, now fast forward to a manager that's now apparently fixed the defence. By the end of this season, we're going to finish with about 10 goals less conceded than we did under a manager who was fucking wide open. Like, and the goals in terms of goals scored, we're going to be fucking miles away. So people can bang on about his fixed the defence. That's because we are sitting everyone in front of them and we're hardly attacking. If you're going to have a look at our shots on goal average this season, it's a fucking shambles. Created chances, I think we're 15th in the league. That's mad. That is actually mad. Like Lacazette and Aubameyang had 71 goals and assists that season. Lacazette and Aubameyang are on 21 goals this season. That's mad. But they've gone from up here to down here, and our defence has gone from maybe here to maybe just here. Like, our defence is not much better. I don't get what people are saying.
It's getting that right balance, isn't it? Yeah, I can see that. I can see where you're coming from.
Cool. We've conceded 22 goals less than we did.
I just thought at the start of the season, at the start we were leaking really heavily, but we're not leaking so much as if you look at the way we defended against Aston Villa at home, it was awful, wasn't it? I mean, but we're not doing that anymore. Maybe you're right. I think you're right in that respect. And yeah, I can see where you're coming from on that.
There's a good comment here from Carlos. He says we don't have the players to play expansive football we want. Well, we've got Martinelli who can't get a game. Yeah. We've got Pepe who sits on the bench every week. We've got Gaff out every week. We've got Aubameyang and Lacazette. I just said a minute ago, Aubameyang and Lacazette scored 71 goals and assists in Emery's season, with Alex Iwobi on one side and Mkhitaryan on the other. So, what, you're telling me that Pepe and Martinelli are not an upgrade?
I mean, he made an impact when he come on Pepe yesterday, didn't he? So
he's a good player, but our fans just want to go, oh well, Arteta doesn't fancy him, so he must be shit. Because this fetish about this manager, and it is a fetish, Claude. How can our ex-players that have actually won multiple trophies at this football club come out and say he's made an improvement with this football club? We are sat 10th in the table, mate. Yeah. It's mad. And I'm telling you now, if we had Pep, Klopp, Ancelotti, even David Moyes, Dean Smith, any of the managers above us with that squad, we'd be playing more expansive football. And our defence would probably be about the same. It's mad.
Even yesterday, in the win yesterday, when they went down to 10-0, do you think we went a bit negative there? Because I think we should be...
Yeah, he brought Willian on. What was that all about?
There was what I'm trying to say is we're still 20 minutes to go, and we were 15 or was it 15, 20? I can't whenever the sending off was happened. Shouldn't we have still enough time there? Still enough time to try and get that second goal? And I thought we sat back and invited them on a bit too much. I just feel like that, and sometimes I think. There is a lot of negativity in him as well, and it can cost us eventually. James Dyer says, "I respect Lee's opinion and watch your videos. You are consistent with what you say. Will you lay off Arteta if he gets into the top 4 next season?"
Nope, unless he finishes first. No, because I don't want him. I don't want him at this football club. He ain't good enough.
Project.
Let's about 4th. Claude. Huh?
It's Project 2023, not 22.
Yeah, and then Project 2023 will turn into Project 2029, and then it'll turn into 33, then it'll turn into 44, and then it'll turn into 144. Claude, it's mad. The funniest thing is the amount of people that are sitting here in this comment section, and big up to everyone who's watching it, saying, well, 10th is better than 15th. That is the standards we're at this football club. 10th is better than 15th.
Yeah.
10th is better than 15th. Our fans sit there and say, oh, but we're only 4 points off this team, forgetting the team at the top. They always look at the worst, the best team or the worst team out of the previous top 4. So 2 points behind Chelsea the other week. Yeah, 4 or 5 weeks ago, we were 2 points behind Chelsea. And I said we've won the behind Chelsea trophy, yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? Now I'll have a look at the league table. Where are they in the league now?
And it's the same people who are putting banners out. Same people who were putting banners out for only challenging for top 4.
Yeah, but this is what
now they're happy to be in 10th place.
But this is what I'm saying, Claude.
I don't get it.
It's a popularity contest with a lot of these people online, and a lot of them just want to fit in, so they go with it. Yeah, like at the end of the day, going from 10th, from 15th to 10th, I'm sorry, that ain't good enough. That ain't good enough for me. Yeah. And, you know, people can cry all they like. Oh, you're negative, you're this, you're that. No, I want my football club to win the title. And if people are happy yeah, sitting there. And this is funny. I should maybe do a little montage video at the end of the season and just go and find all these little clips of people and some tweets from people from when the summer window ended, yeah, to the first game at Fulham and what the narrative was, and do it for every single month across the whole season and watch the fucking bullshit hypocrisy. When we beat Fulham, there's enough people sitting there tweeting outside Box Park, we're going for top four. Top four is on. One more player and we could potentially challenge for a title, one of them said. Yeah? One more player and we can challenge for a title. Now we're happy with 10th. Because, it's the players. Well, it weren't the players after Fulham then, was it? But then it's, I'd maybe said that a little bit off the cuff a little bit early. Well, don't do them then. Give me your thoughts and your actual thinking when you've calmed down a bit. Yeah, because if it's too reactionary, then it's not authentic, is it?
Stephen,
I don't get it. But this is the thing, Claude. After that, it's Don Edu and it's let's get top four. Then it's, fuck the FA Cup. Because we need to climb up the league and let's go for Europa. Well, no, the start of the season, you were all telling me we're getting fourth. Now you're sitting there happy saying, well, if you can't see an improvement, you're fucking blind and you're negative. Mate, we're fucking 10th. Like, I don't get what has this manager got over anyone? I don't get it, bruv. Like, I don't get it. And I'm going to keep spitting the facts and the truth until everyone fucking sits on board, mate, because we're going nowhere fast with this manager. I couldn't care less if he finishes 6th, 7th, 8th. Yeah, he ain't good enough. Ain't good enough.
Hey, Spurs, this is Stephen Featley TV. Of course, he's got a wonderful charity, children's liver disease. Please donate to that. It's in his. If you go to his channel, you'll see it. Please, it's a great cause. Hey, Spurs, North London will always be red. Will be forever in our shadow. Louise will find Kane and Bale in his pockets. Jose, the new specialist in failure. The only thing I'll say, Stephen, on that one, mate, do not write Jose off after one
He'll probably
game.
win the Europa League and the League Cup.
You know, because it'll come back to haunt us, mate, because we write people off at your peril, because this guy don't go away too easy, mate. He'll come back and haunt us. And don't forget, we could play him in the Europa League. And
man in your chat said, did Arsenal win the North London derby while all the doom and gloom? Bro, go and watch my channel, watch all the fan cams yesterday and see how fucking excited and happy I was. Yeah? Well, we're supposed to knock one out for a fucking month because we beat Tottenham. The same Tottenham who were apparently irrelevant with a shit washed up manager apparently and a team full of shit players. Well, am I supposed to be knocking one out over that?
Yeah, exactly.
I was knocking one out yesterday because we done it yesterday. I ain't going to fucking dine out on that for the next month, mate.
No, exactly.
Yeah, and this is where the standards are on the floor with this fan base.
All great banter, but let's rein it in a bit, because we could play them in the semi-finals, and I don't, you know, they could.
That's the thing. We could get this in the Europa League next round, mate. Yeah, so let's just wind it in a little bit. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, and like. Yeah. I just look at it and, like I said, yeah, great that we've beaten them. Fantastic. Absolutely buzzing we fucking beat them. I always want to beat them. But at the same time, yeah, he's still a better manager. I don't know how anyone can't see that, number one. Number two, he's won more than fucking Arteta's ever going to win in his life. So let's just turn it in a little bit. Come back to me when Arteta's got the trophy record in all competitions over a fucking 20-year period that he has, and then we'll have the conversation about being better. Yeah, but for now, yeah, we're 10th in the table because we just ain't good enough under this manager. And we've got the players that could move us up the table. But he ain't playing them. And he don't play them. And he constantly changes his teams, constantly picks different players. And I think we've only played the same 11 back-to-back games once in 3 years. So it's not just him that's done it. It was Emery that's done it as well, which is, it's mad. It's mad. Yeah, I do want him out. Man said, you want him to win the league. Yeah, I do want him to win the league. And if he don't, you're sacked. That's where our standards should be, my friend. Yeah, win the league or get sacked. And do you know what? When people sit there and say your expectations are this, your expectation, I don't want to be a sacking club. Well, why? Bayern Munich, Real Madrid and Chelsea have had 43 managers between them in 15 years. That's nearly 3 fucking managers. Yeah, sorry, that's nearly a manager every season. Yeah. Add two more managers to that. It's nearly a manager every season for 15 years for all three of them clubs. And they're the most successful three in the world in that period. And why wouldn't we want that?
The days of Ferguson and Wenger are long gone, mate. And
Yeah, exactly. I don't get it.
No manager now, and in this day and age anyway, lasts more than 5 years at a club. Either if he's successful, he'll go on to something else and whatever. So let's get it right here. So managers, players come and go, and it doesn't matter.
Man on Facebook said, who said we're happy with 10th? Mate, the general consensus all over social media is that everyone's happy with 10th, because if everyone wasn't happy with 10th, they'd actually be sticking it on this football club. But they're not. They're saying, "I'll give him time." Look, you've even contradicted yourself. Arteta will get it right. Well, you're happy with 10th then, aren't you? And then you put, "Shall we keep changing managers?" Well, yeah. What is this fucking thing about you shouldn't change managers? Like, and this is the thing. The majority of these people that say things like that have only ever seen Arsene Wenger. Yeah, they've only ever grown up with this longevity, and it's a process, and it takes time. It doesn't take time. It doesn't if you do the right fucking things and do the basics. Yeah, Antonio Conte don't need time to get a team winning, does he? He's done it at 3 different football clubs. In the first season, bang. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't take time. I don't get what people are seeing. Did Ranieri need time? Oh, but that's a one-off. Okay, so what about Conte at Juve? What about Conte at Chelsea? What about Conte at Inter? Maybe Conte is the answer because he don't need time. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But this has been a media-driven thing that, like, you have to build and build, and it takes time, and you can't just expect it now. No, you can, because I've waited 17 years, mate. Like, it's mad. I just don't get it. I do not get it.
Good on this Spurs fan to come on as well.
Come on, big up to you, my guy.
Good old Gary there saying, "I've got my." Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I've got to put my hand up and admit you deserved it. Was a penalty.
100% it's a penalty.
Well done for that. You know what? You know what I like about people. You're honest. You say it as it is. There's no bias, and that's what I found on the Tottenham podcast. So they humble and no bias. They say they deserve to lose, and that's it. I wish our fans could learn a few things from them as well on that score. You know, especially on social media, anyway.
There's a great comment here. It says, "Notice how it's only people on YouTube and Twitter that want the manager out. All the pros with proper football experience rate him." That's because when George Graham gets asked about Mikel Arteta, he's not going to call him a cunt, is he?
No.
Yeah, he's not going to say shit. When Lee Dixon gets asked, he's not going to say shit, is he?
You know what? I find a lot of some of the ex-players like Merson, they say as it is.
Yeah, Merson's a great pundit.
They don't fuck about it, and people don't like that. Oh, he's a traitor. He's a traitor because he says it as it is. He's a traitor.
Yeah, but it's the thing. Most people can't hack the truth, mate. Paul Merson sat there the other week when Jeff Stelling was talking to him and said, "Do Arsenal throw all their eggs into the Europa League basket?" He said, "Well, what other basket have they got?" Yeah, but apparently Paul Merson, that's out of order. You're so disgusting for saying that. Well, it's true. It's true. But this is the thing. People do not like to hear it because you have to pretend everything's great. And then when it all goes sideways and wonky, you blame everything else, like VAR. It's hilarious.
I got upset. So cool. I thought, no, it's only his opinion. Yeah. At the end of the day, Martin Keown said yesterday what was his opinion, and I don't agree with it. You don't agree with it. I saw someone this morning saying he sold the club out for making that opinion.
Yeah, did you see Ian Wright with the Lacazette thing the other day on Match of the Day? When Lacazette threw himself on the floor and started screaming, at the end of Match of the Day, Ian Wright, Dion Dublin and Gary Lineker all threw themselves on the floor and started screaming. Ian Wright issued an apology the next day. Like, what has this fan base come to? Oh, it's disrespectful. He should be backing his own and blah, blah. How about fuck off? It's his opinion. I don't like Wrighty. Can't stand what he says on TV. But guess what? You absolute snowflakes. Seriously. Oh, it's disrespectful. How dare he hang Lacazette out to dry like that? Like, he actually issued an apology saying it was in bad taste and I shouldn't have done it. Like, fucking turn it in. It's embarrassing, mate. Football's gone. The game's gone. It ain't about winning anymore. It's about just being the most liked football fan online. It's pathetic.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
absolutely pathetic.
No doubt about it.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we saw that yesterday, didn't we?
Hey, this fella's fuming. Lee's using abusive language. How is he a mod on the stream? You're timed out, mate, because one of the mods obviously didn't like what you were saying in the chat, mate. Seriously, the amount of people that come and watch this that don't like what I say, why are you watching it then?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're just winding yourselves up. Like, imagine getting yourself so angry on a Monday morning about what Lee Gunner's got to say, and it ruins your whole day. You wrong'uns. Go and do something productive, man. It's sunny outside today. Go and sit in the back garden and read a book. Like, seriously. But don't worry, I'm back again at 4 o'clock with rants, so you can come and join in again.
Yeah, talking about that West Ham, they were disappointing yesterday because they started.
I didn't even watch it, if I'm honest. I didn't see it.
Oh, they started playing when they went 1-0. They're very negative in that game as well, and once they went 1-0, then they started playing, and it was too late.
Yeah, they didn't even have a shot on target, did they, West Ham?
Yeah, and disappointing because they're better than that. West Ham have been really playing well this season. They're much better than what they played like yesterday, and it should be an interesting game next week.
Back again, the league on a takeover. Now you are doomed. See you later, Claudio. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Smash the likes up. Come on, man. It's Monday. And North London is red. We knew that anyway. We knew that before. We know that after the game. We're still 10th. We've gone from 10th to 10th. And Pandemic Pep gets a bly until the end of the season now, doesn't he? Because he's beaten Jose. Oh, Jose's in the mud. Well, yes, it was nice to see him in the mud yesterday. But now we move. We've got Europa League. Big up to everybody. He's back. He's back again.
No, what it is, Lee, I'm using my own phone data to do this morning, and I'm surprised it's lasted as long as it has, because Virgin Media have decided to completely switch off our internet for no reason. And so
there's a good comment from Mark P in your chat. He says, what players would you get rid of this summer? Bellerin, Xhaka, Rob Holding, Laka, El Neni, Ceballos and Luiz. There's 7. 2 of them, well, one of them, Ceballos is going back anyway. And David Luiz is out of contract. But we are apparently going to give him a new one. Rob Holding, well, we've protected his value, so maybe we can fuck him off now and get some of that value. And Bellerin, just been him. Apparently Barcelona want him, which means he's apparently good now. Oh, Barca want him. He must be great. What, the same Barca that are third in the table in Spain in a 2-horse race? Come on. Like, it's pathetic, isn't it? It's absolutely pathetic.
His value's gone up 10 million since that last fucking goal he scored.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no, he's apparently amazing now. Mohamed El Neni, he's the saviour of the club. And Granit Xhaka, another one, does his talking on the pitch. Yes, we see that every week, mate, because you are shite. And I'd get rid of him. Eddie, I'd get rid of. So there's 8, but 2 of them. So that's really 6 players. 6 players. That's the ones I can just think of for now. And if we get rid of Bellerin, Xhaka, Laka, Holding, Eddie, and who else did I say? El Neni, and who else was there?
I can't get over
Knowles, Willock.
80 million for Odegaard. I can't get over that. Is that right?
Nelson, we could get rid of.
Is that right, Lee? 80 million, or have you?
No, apparently they want £80 million.
Well, that is too much, man. Sorry, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this club spend all their budget on him, and then we will.
Don't be surprised if our summer window is Matt Ryan. Yeah, Matt Ryan.
He's already signed,
Ceballos again.
And he's signed already.
On loan. No, he's on loan. Matt Ryan, Danny Ceballos, David Luiz, and Odegaard on loan. And everyone will be giving Edu fucking 10 out of 10s. Don Edu, until we finished 10th again, and everyone is blaming it all on the owner. Oh, it's the owner's fault. What, the owner that spent the most in Europe since he's been the actual owner? Yeah, that's the one. That's the owner. That's him.
You know what?
People don't like the truth, man. You can't handle the truth.
Gary's come back in there as well. No problem. Love the channel. You're entitled to win all the time. We sat back like that. Honestly, can't stand Josie's back. You know what? I'm gonna
swap you.
I tell you what. No, I don't. Josie can play good football. I think it was the players that let him down yesterday. I don't think it was Josie. I think the players let him down yesterday. I think the players let him down big time because, to be honest with you, I've seen Josie. Watch the 2004-2005 video of Chelsea's season.
Even Real Madrid. Real Madrid have got the record for the most goals scored in a La Liga season. It's Jose that holds the record. He can do it. And I think he picks and chooses what games, doesn't he? But yesterday, they were shocking, man.
Will tell you. Watch the 2004-2005 season when they had, was it Robin Duff?
Yeah.
Was it Robin Duff and all these players playing? And don't tell me that wasn't a good side, an attacking side, and playing a good brand of football. I just feel that sometimes the players, and maybe it's the players you've got to look at. And the players yesterday, I tell you what, let him down big time.
It's mad because it's mad when you think about it, because like I know a lot of Tottenham fans that don't like him, but there's like people say his brand of football shocking and this and that. Well, listen, he's conceded 1 goal more than us, and that was yesterday. And they've scored 8 goals more than us. So what does that make our brand? In fact, he scored 10 goals more than us. So what does that make our brand of football then? If his team's shocking to look at and scored 10 goals more than us.
Well, exactly.
What does that make our football? And he's conceded 1 goal more. So defensively, we're there or thereabouts the same. Offensively, he's better, isn't he?
Yeah. No, I don't get it. I don't. Thanks for the super chat, Gary. But I think you've got to look at your players more than your manager yesterday, mate. Not the manager. I think you've got to look at the players, and I don't think they wanted it as much as the Arsenal players yesterday. And and that's what it was. At the end of the day, they didn't want it enough. And you've got to look at players like Højbjerg, who's been outstanding all season, didn't turn up. You've got to look at Doherty. I would never play. I don't know how he gets in front of Aurier. I don't know how he gets in front of Aurier.
He was shit, wasn't he? He was shocking yesterday. And Dumbledore was shocking yesterday as well.
I think he only can play I think he can only play as a wing with a back three. I don't think he can play in that system. Then you've got to realise Son went off injured as well. You've got to realise that I don't think Kane was fit, to be honest with you. I don't think he was 100%. And I thought, and you got Sanchez on, who I think is an absolute liability. I think.
Yeah, I was surprised he started him, if I'm honest, because every time I've seen him, he's been shit this season.
Absolutely, but then they've got who else have they got? They've got Dyer. I think he's just as bad. So. The big loss.
Somebody in your chat called me. Yeah, that says Spurs front four are much better than Arsenal's. Do you reckon that's the case? Do you reckon Spurs front four is better than Arsenal's front four? Like before they went with yesterday, Lucas, Bale, Son, and Kane, are they better than Lacazette, Saka, Smith Rowe, and Odegaard?
Well, to be honest with you,
as a four, not individually as a four.
Yesterday they were very disappointed, but I don't think they didn't have the support from midfield yesterday, did they? They didn't get. I think they're missing I think that what Spurs need, what they do miss, is a Christian Eriksen type of player. I think they haven't got that. When they lost him, they didn't replace it.
Lucas Moura is not that type of player, really, is he?
I think that's
for me. They're playing him out of position.
That man, he makes things happen. I think Harry Kane has to do a bit too much, rather than if he just scores goals, and that would be he's having to score goals, make things happen. I think it's a bit too much to ask. But I think they miss Eriksen. I think Eriksen's the one they miss really big time in that team. I think, and they miss, and at the back, I think they miss Vertonghen, that type of player, because they've not really replaced him, really, to be honest with you. Alderweireld is a good centre half, but sorry, Davinson Sanchez. And I remember Kenny came back. I had a go at him yesterday. I said, "Do you remember you used to rave him at Ajax?" I said, "Not for me, mate." He's a liability. He's a liability, mate. He's an absolute liability. But anyway, that concludes it, Lee. So everyone, I've pinned Lee's channel in the chat there. If you want, what have you got coming up during the week, Lee?
Got rants on at 4 o'clock today. I think Turkish is back again tonight. 8 o'clock, I think. I need to double check with him. And then just the usual through the week, man. Back to streaming 3 times a day as of tomorrow. We've had a couple of weeks chill time, doing 1s and 2s a day rather than 3s. But tomorrow, back on it, 3 streams a day, and from now until the end of the season. So
well deserved. I know you work hard on your channel, and you deserve where you get to. And hopefully soon we'll hit the 3 figures soon. Not too long.
100%. Well, I know exactly what I'm doing and exactly where I'm going with it. Yeah, hard work beats anything.
When you put
I don't need to put rant in the title of my video, mate. Put it that way.
Exactly. So listen, everyone, I've pinned it in the chat. That's Lee's channel, and look out tonight. I'll be back on the Claude and Taddy show, back on my channel tonight. Claude and Taddy show 8:30 tonight, where we will be discussing topics over the weekend, and that should be fun. Oh, an hour and a half with him, it's enough to drive anyone mad. He's worse than fire. But
you have the patience of a saint.
That's saying something.
But it's easy. Like people sit there and say, "What manager would you get right now?" It doesn't matter what manager's name I give you, because you're going to find an excuse not to have him. So what's the point? Yeah. It's like when people say, "Oh, do an Arteta in, Arteta out debate." What's the point? Because you ain't changing my mind, and I ain't changing theirs, am I? Like, so what's the point? Just pointless, isn't it? At the end of the day, I can sit and rip apart any argument for this manager being any good. I can rip it to pieces because facts don't lie. Yeah, but what's the point? It ain't going to change your opinion on it. It ain't going to change mine. So
at the end of the day, it's all opinions. It's all, at the end of the day, everyone has got as long as we don't get abusive to each other, I think that's good. The great thing is that we've all got different opinions. And at the moment, we're not convinced about Arteta, are we, Lee? We're not convinced yet. It's not convinced.
Oh, I am convinced. I'm convinced he's absolutely shit.
But he can turn us. He can change our minds, can't he? It's possible we can actually change.
It ain't happening. Let's just all stop this now. Let's just stop. It's time to go.
There you go. All the best, everyone. Let's hope you all have an enjoyable week. Don't forget,
I'm back again. It's my channel now. I am the captain of this ship. Arteta out. That's what he was going to say right at the end. But yes, I don't know what's happened to his phone. But big up to everybody who has watched live. Do appreciate it. And make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you stick a like or a dislike on it, whatever tickles your fancy. And and don't forget, Claude just disappeared, and I can't end the stream, so I'm just going to keep talking until he comes back and he can end it. It's a takeover again, and this happens quite a lot. Not just on this channel; it happened on Rance's channel the other day as well. So yeah, but yes, big up to everybody who's watched live. I don't know how many people were, but thanks to everyone who has watched live.
Virgin Media, if they don't fix this today, they'll be getting a video about them today. I'll tell you. They'll be getting a video tonight about their whole procedure if they don't fix this internet tonight. I'll tell you that now.
Exactly.
It's not good enough. It's simply not good enough, mate. And yeah, so once again, I've done more disappearing acts this morning than Lord Lucan. Yeah, so.
Lee and the Bansters was a Lee and the Bansters takeover, Claude. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we ought to give you your own show on here, mate. I think.
Yeah, we can sort that. We can sort that. Lee and the Bansters.
Yeah.
Nice one, mate.
Now, take care, everyone. All the best now. See you soon.
I'll take her out.